Lace 'em up, let's start the show. We're digging in with Trip. 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 We're digging in with Trip today. Yeah.
Well, the time has come to announce the April Dig-In Player of the Month. Let's back it up first. First three shovels have gone up front to three forwards. Tyler Toffoli, what a first year he's having in Montreal. He keeps on humming and scoring, the two-time Stanley Cup champion in LA. Shovel went to TT in January. February, one of the game's all-time Mount Rushmore greats. The history of the entire National Hockey League. Sidney Crosby, who celebrated 1,000 games of stellarness that month. He could have very easily gotten his second shovel here in April. And then in March, another guy that could have held on to his shovel through April, Mark Stone, the first ever captain of the Vegas Golden Knights. Ultimately, I thought about the backbone of a team, those watching on YouTube, the Minnesota Wild. Land of 10,000 lakes. They have punched their ticket to return to the playoffs. Big time mention to former Dig-In guest, multiple Stanley Cup winner, the great Minnesota general manager, Billy Guerin, the UGG, ultimate guy's guy. And in Billy's words, actually just word, Cam Talbot is worthy of the shovel. Off the ice, Cam has gone ultra deep to be a central part of rescuing the Division I hockey program of his alma mater, Alabama Huntsville. So he's got shovels in a bunch of different time zones, north, south, international shovel. Cam Talbot, we are looking forward to momentarily figuring out what this prestigious award means to you. We were able to do so thanks to the great people, great, at Great Dane Trailers. Not even close, the leading trailer manufacturer in North America. Why? The innovation, family owned, family created. They've been around since 1900. When you're talking about trailers, truck bodies, there's nobody close to the Dane, that beautiful decal that you will see in the lower left-hand corner when you're driving down the freeway of Great Dane Trailers. GreatDane.com, our presenting sponsor. Without further ado, let's now dig in with Cam Talbot, the April Dig-In Player of the Month. Well, I'm pretty darn proud to announce Cam Talbot, the backbone of the Minnesota Wild, punching their ticket back in the playoffs. He had 8 wins himself in April, 7-game winning streak for the team. And Cam, baby, I got one on its way to you. But there you are, following
Perfect.
Mark Stone, Sidney Crosby, Tyler Toffoli. How does it feel? Shovel is on the way.
It feels great. I got some yard work to do, so that'll come in real handy.
You know, you've always been the consummate team guy, and you've played some great hockey markets, whether it be New York, Edmonton, Calgary, now Minnesota. What's special and unique about the Minnesota Wild?
I think this year, I mean, obviously I can't speak to the past, but our group in that locker room this year is it's the definition of a team. You can't find another group of guys that just want to go out there and play for themselves more than, or play for each other more than we do right now. And you can see it in everyone's eyes. It doesn't matter who's producing on any given night. The bench is just as fired up. It doesn't matter who's scoring, who's making the big play, who's making the big hit. This team just wants to be together, wants to win together. And I think that's pretty special about our group.
Cam, you individually, shocking, I haven't gotten to know you well over the years. But even, this is my own commentary, with the Canadian media, that could be tough. Edmonton, Calgary, everybody pulls for you. I think because of the way that gracefully, you know, if there ever are challenging times, you dig in from that standpoint. I guess, you know, the show is digging in. How would you define keeping an even keel attitude and grace through adversity as being a staple of being shovel in hand?
I think it's just the way my track to the league, I guess you could say. Like, nothing was ever really handed to me. It was never easy. Nothing was ever given to me. I worked my butt off from juniors through the college ranks, through the minors for a few years, and then up, battling it out throughout the whole way. So I think that kind of keeps me even keeled, keeps that constant work ethic going. I know what got me here, and I know that the minute I lose that work ethic and that mentality, it's, that'll be my last day in the league, because there's always somebody trying to take your spot. So I think in those challenging times, it's just I revert back to my work ethic and keeping that mentality that, anything's possible when you put everything into it, and you just got to keep working harder.
You segued me perfectly. Our mutual friend, former dig-in guest, Kevin Shady 80 Weeks, Alabama Huntsville. These are Weeksy's words. Here during COVID times, you've helped to keep that program that is so near and dear to your heart alive. I got to grab the shovel again, because that is shovel in hand making a difference. Why is Alabama Huntsville right there in your DNA and so close to your heart?
Well, they gave me the opportunity to play college hockey first and foremost. I mean, I wouldn't be where I am today without the opportunity they afforded me. People don't know how great of a hockey market it really is. And I think that when we put together the GoFundMe and tried to save the program, we had 4.5 days to raise $500,000 or $750,000. And the community down there came together. The hockey community around the world came together, and we were able to save that program. So for me, it was just, I want to give other student athletes the opportunity to go down there, live out their college hockey dream, and hopefully make it to professional hockey like I was able to do. So I owe everything to them right now. And, it's just anything I could do to help in that situation to give back and keep that program alive.
He didn't come from Huntsville. He came from Russia. But I'm in Carolina, just seeing the Central Division. Haven't been able to see Kirill Kaprizov in person. As a player, but as a teammate, what have been your strongest impressions about this guy who may win the Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, I think I'm biased. I think he deserves Rookie of the Year, in my opinion. Every time he steps on the ice, he can be a game breaker. Whenever he touches the puck, something special is going to happen or could happen. And, that's obviously why what everyone sees from the outside, but on the inside, he is just the happiest kid. He works his butt off. Sometimes rookies that come over, they're all offense, just trying to make a difference, but he plays at both ends, and he's truly a complete player. But as far as the teammates go, he's working extremely hard to learn the language and wants to learn the language to interact with his teammates more. But you won't find a happier kid in the dressing room. And he's fun to be around. That's for sure.
Good stuff. Another former dig-in guest, Billy Guerin, your general manager. He called the shovel today. I sent him a video with it with your name on it. He said, "Oh, that shovel is a treasure." Why is he a treasure? He has the street cred, but I think that he has so many different dimensions to make him a special general manager. Your impressions of Billy?
Since day one, he's always around, wants to know what's going on, wants to help in any way that he can. And he played the game, so he gets it. From inside the locker room to the management standpoint, he sees it from both ways. And I think that really helps. I mean, when things are going difficult, he'll come into the room and he'll crack a joke or something like that when guys are expecting to have to walk on eggshells and stuff. And he knows how to manage the room like that. And a lot of times when the GM shows up, you think something bad's about to happen. But number one, Billy just likes being around the guys. And like I said, he knows how to read a room. He's been there. He's been through it all. So his experience in our position, I think, helps him in his position now.
Cam, a couple more things. I remember when you and Henrik Lundqvist were 1A and really 1A, and then Kevin Weeks again was raving about the year that, I don't know how many games you played in Edmonton. Growing up, who were your favorite goalies, and what goaltenders have you taken the most from? Because you've been a great partner in the National Hockey League that have helped to shape who you are in 2021.
Growing up, my guy was always Patrick Waugh. That's why I wear 33. The Habs were always my team. And then when he got dealt, kind of had to jump ship to Colorado there and watch them win a couple cups. But I just always loved watching him. He always came to play when the game was on the line the most, and he was the definition of a big game goalie. And that's what you want to be and emulate when you're a goalie yourself. So Patrick was my guy through and through. As far as my game right now, I took a lot, or tried to take as much as I could from Hank. I mean, there's no better guy to learn from when you're, first of all, coming into training camps for 3 or 4 years and then finally making the big club and then seeing what it takes to do that over and over and over again through an 82 game season, and just see the work ethic and the passion that he has for the game day in and day out. And Weeks, he can attest to this. I think Hank hates getting scored on as much in practice as he does in a game. And I think that's just his warrior mentality. And that's why he was so good for so long. And I tried to, put that work ethic into my own game and, just never say die out there and just battle it out with everything I got. And that's what he did. And that's what I've been trying to do throughout my career now.
I want to build on that one question because over the years, it's so important for a goaltender to be a great teammate and well-liked. Everybody, false narrative or not, say that goaltenders, I was one, we beat to a different drum. For any young goaltenders that are looking to develop and dig in from a young age, because you have been across the board a unanimously loved teammate anywhere you've been. As a goalie, what do you think the boxes are you'd like to check to be thought of as an excellent teammate?
Well, first of all, you just have to come to the rink every day with the right mindset. I think if you come to work and if you come to the rink and you're putting the work in and guys see that, they want to go out there and they want to put the work in with you. They want to play for you. But I think, being a guy that even when you're not in the net, being the same teammate when you're not playing as much as you want to be. I mean, it happens all the time. Guys can be upset with their situation, but sometimes it's what happens when you're in that situation that kind of guides you back to where you want to be. People take notice of your attitude and stuff like that when you're not playing just as much as when you are playing. So I'd say that's probably one of the biggest things is my mentality never changes. If anything, I just try to work that much harder. And, I think just, having that same mindset, whether you're in the net or not, I think goes a long way. And guys will want to go out there. And if guys want to play for you and they're laying out their bodies and blocking shots and they'll go to the wall for you and you want them to do that. And, but you got to do the same for them. So I think that's the biggest thing for me is be the same guy, no matter what situation you're in. And then the guys will take notice.
It's been absolutely crystal clear, Jack Nicholson, a few good men everywhere that you've been, that your teammates feel that way about you. All right. What a division. I mean, Mark Stone had the Shovel before your name went on it, whether it's Vegas, whether it's Colorado. You just had a couple of tough games with St. Louis. If your hockey club's going to come out of that competitive division, what are the boxes that you're going to have to check to do so?
We're going to have to be consistent, first and foremost. I mean, we played 40 good minutes a couple nights ago, and then the third period kind of got away from us. And in our division, the teams are too good, and there's just too much skill on the other side to let your foot off the gas for that 20 minutes because it can come back to bite you. So consistency is definitely the key. I think everyone buying in, whether you're on the first line, the fourth line, whether you're the seventh defenseman or something like that, you come to the rink, everyone just has to know their role. I was on a great team in New York, and we went all the way to the Cup final and ended up losing ultimately. But everyone in that dressing room bought in. They knew their role, whether they're playing 25 minutes a night or 5 minutes a night. It was their best shift night or shift in and shift off. And I think that's kind of the biggest thing you have to have. You can't have anyone pulling you back. You could have 20 drivers in the room and no passengers. So I think that's the biggest thing for us right now is the consistency and just everyone buying in, and we'll give ourselves the best chance possible.
Amen, Cam. Okay, the Shovel's on its way. Feel free to use it for your yard work. I also have some hats for you and your, I'll tell you, Aaron Sigmund. You had John Rosasco in New York. I mean, you're talking about elite level PR guys. Elite. I have a couple of truckers on their way. Minnesota colors. Billy Guerin and
Perfect.
I designed them. Truckers, right? I mean, you're a trucker guy.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Perfect.
Amen. Okay, it's on the way to the land of 10,000 lakes. Very proud to have your name on this Shovel, Cam, baby. Good luck in the month of May and beyond.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
We're digging in with Trip today, yeah. Today, yeah. Today, yeah. Today.